Good evening, Lacrosse fans. We apologize for the sort of shotgun start on the stream as we get a goal in for the Hastings Raiders already. Hastings will take an early 1-0 lead with a 21-16 left to go in the first half. My name is Hunter Pinky. I'm the HCTV sports director. That goal was scored by number 9, Michaela Bergquist, the attack. She is also a senior for this Hastings Raiders squad. As we said, we're having some technical difficulties. We're doing a different setup than we normally do. Hastings High School has the awards night tonight, so that's throwing us off just a little bit. But happy to be here, happy to announce a game. Want to thank Tori Seldner, too, on the camera, helping us out while we're in a bind, doing a great job, getting a recording going for the team. We appreciate it. But yeah, the Raiders are off to a hot start against visiting Rochester John Marshall, the Rockets. Michaela Bergquist gets Hastings on the board a little bit early in this one. Great to see. The last HCTV sports broadcast, we saw that Hastings put up 18 goals as Rochester gets one to sneak in. Didn't catch the number on that. I'm still trying to catch my bearings a little bit here with all the chaos between trying to get set up. That'll be number 11, Camilla Hange, on the goal. Great job for Rochester getting going and matching Hastings early in this one with 21 minutes left to go in the first half. Hastings is coming off a huge victory, 18-4 against Minneapolis. Highest point total all season. And a huge pick-me-up for Hastings as we are reaching the end of the regular season. Tonight is also the last regular season home game for the Hastings Raiders, as Rochester, John Marshall takes control, looking to get it out of their own zone, passed up to and intercepted by a Raider. That's number 4, Haley Miller, and that'll go out of play. For those watching the stream, don't forget to let us know where you're watching, whether you're a Rochester fan, Hastings Raiders fan. We want this broadcast to be friendly for everybody tuning in tonight. Let us know if there are any issues with audio or anything like that. Like I said, kind of a shotgun start. We're doing a single cam setup, a little different than we normally do. Hastings is coached by Andy Gerlach, assistant coach Brady Wozvik. Brady Wozvik, notably the old boys lacrosse coach who stepped down and was replaced by Brian Wilson. Believe they're hitting the road tonight as well. And that one will go out of play. Apologize as well, we don't really have a crowd mic for you. There's a lot of things that weren't going too well at the start as Clara Birkin takes it inbound. We'll pass it out to a fellow Raider. That's Jacobson, Amber Jacobson. Looking for space, takes it inside the attack zone. Will she get it? That's a goal for the Hastings Raiders. 2-1. Raider lead. Great job by the Hastings Raiders to answer right back. Great job by Amber Jacobson. She was unassisted on that goal. They're coming off a 9-11 loss at North Tartan, who they believe previously beat 12-9. So those teams are pretty close. We also want to apologize too. It's Rochester, John Marshall, and the Lords of Rochester. Didn't realize we were a co-op. We apologize for that. Like I said, it's been kind of a scramble. Rochester's coming off a 9-8 win over Northfield, as they take it into the Raiders zone. That's number 10, Mallory Newer. Newer looking for space. Takes it inside the crease, and that's poked out by a Raider. That's number 20, Relly Schulte. And we're going to get a foul call. Rochester, only one win on the season. That's coming against Northfield. Otherwise, it's all been pretty big losses. Their highest point total came against Northfield as well in their win 9-8, but their second highest point total in all those losses was 7 against Northfield in their first matchup back on May 1st. So not too hot of a record, but coming into this game off a win, that's exactly what you want to have against a solid Hastings Raiders team. Talking a little bit about the conference as well. They're at the bottom. Rochester's at the bottom of the Big 9, 1-8 overall in the conference, 1-10 on the season. Owatonna is at the top, 9-0, 9-2 overall. As Rochester looking to set something up. That's number 1, Luca Newer. Actually passed to her, excuse me, wrong number. As they take it inside, shot, and nice save. I'm used to it being Bella Malesio in net, but tonight we have Elisa Kurzowski back in net. As the Raiders take it into the neutral zone, that's Birkin passes it, and it gets away from Samantha Williams. Sammy Williams, famous Raider kicker. I mentioned it every broadcast, but still just as impressive as it's dumped back to the goalie for Rochester. That's Julia Curran. She's a 9th grader. As the Raiders get another shot off. Nice save by Curran. Great shot for the Raiders as Gerlach gets it. Can't get the bounce shot to go. Dangerously close for the Hastings Raiders in and I want to thank Kelly Ludke for tuning in. I'll see what I can do about the video quality, see if I can fix something in our settings here. As Hastings takes it inside, deflected. And the goalie will clear it. Hastings takes it in shot inside. There's a whistle. Apologize, going to be doing some troubleshooting here too as well. Going to see if I can improve the video quality for you all. As Hastings takes it inside, can't get the shot to go. As Hastings on the attack. Number 21 will scoop it up for the Hastings Raiders. Now that's Gerlach with it, takes it inside. Shot saved by Curran once again. Good job by the Hastings offense early with this pressure. It's been doing a great job all day early in this one. Hastings takes it inside. Can they get it to go? No. Gerlach takes it back. She's looking for a lane. Side shot goal. Grace Gerlach makes it 3-1 Hastings. Excellent job by the Hastings Raiders to match. Continue up the offensive onslaught for Hastings. It's a great job. Over 13 minutes left to go in the first half. So we'll kind of keep troubleshooting this. Worst case, if it doesn't get through the first half, I will do a little stream reset. And see what we can do about the lagging. In worst case, we will have the file fully uploaded to on YouTube and our social media channels, just so you guys can rewatch it in without any issues. It's looking fine on our end, but and that'll go out of play. Hastings take it back inside. Gerlach side shot. Nice save by Curran. And that'll be scooped up by number 9, Zoe Anderson. And she takes a hit. Luca Newer takes a little bit of a shot from Annabelle Norquist as Rochester will keep possession on the restart. And there'll be a dead ball whistle. And tried to start a little bit early, but that's stopped by the whistle. And Rochester looking for room. That's number 1, Newer. Newer slowing it down, looking for room. Newer takes it inside. A plethora of Raiders blocking her path as she dumps it out. That's number 13, Jenna Sproul. Sproul taking it behind the net. Looking to wrap it around, but a couple of Raiders there. Rochester with speed flying in. Can't she get the shot off? Just off the crossbar. And excuse me, I had the wrong goalie in net. I could not see the number. That is actually number 38, Briella Munson. Back there for the Hastings Raiders as the ball trickles back into the neutral zone. Rochester on the attack. Number 10, Molly Newer. Dumps it out to her teammate, loses control, and the Raiders trying to scoop it up. But that won't go as the Raiders take it back into the neutral zone. Gerlach looking to get there. Can she get it? Yep. She inside bounce pass. Gets by Birkin. Birkin now with possession. Couple of Rochester players. I'll probably refer to Rochester's as Rockets most of the way through, as that sidearm shot can't go from Gerlach. The feed was from Birkin to Gerlach, and they couldn't get it to go. As Hastings back on the attack. Intercepted by a Rocket. Emma Hagen there. Nope. Kyra Erickson fighting for possession. It'll finally trickle out to Grace Gerlach. Grace Gerlach with a little bit of a move. Inside pass gets away from Alyssa Nestingen. Probably butchered that name. I apologize. I haven't had to call your name too much this season. As Bergquist with control. Inside pass, bounce shot too high of the net. Rochester trying to clear it. Hastings with control. Rockets taking it into the neutral zone. As Zalissa Nikki, there's a control. She's a 7th grader. Hastings will take possession. As pass across to, and that's another one for Hastings. Clara Birkin with another goal. Still troubleshooting the video side. Apologize for the stream, and we're going to get a timeout. And we're going to have a quick pause. I'll take a quick pause. Going to take a brief break here. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere. This is HCTV Sports. We're back here on HCTV Sports. Hastings with a 4-1 lead over Rochester. Believe I troubleshooted the issue, so picture should be coming in a little bit clearer. Those watching the stream, please let me know if it in the comments if it's not working for you guys properly, but it seems to be holding up much, much better. Hastings looking to build some momentum as sections loom. 7:28 left to go in the first. As the Raiders will take it. And it'll just trickle out of bounds. Raiders with control. Emma Hagen passes it across, and it gets away from Riley Schulte, who's quietly had herself a season as well. I apologize for that. Trying to get some other graphics set up. as the Raiders fight for it inside. Lose control to Rochester, and that's flung into the neutral zone where there's not a soul to be found as number 25, Alex Zaccardi, scoops it up for the Raiders, one of the Zaccardi twins. It's Katie Zaccardi and Alex Zaccardi. With lacrosse especially, I've noticed it. There's a lot of siblings on these teams. Last year, we had the Charlton brothers. This year, for boys lacrosse, for girls, it's the Zaccardis. And I see for Rochester, it's the Newers. And if I'm butchering that, please let me know. As there's a fight for it on the near side, won by Hastings, picked up by Elena McGraw, who dumps it to Gerlach. Gerlach has room, taking it, spin move. Gerlach inside. Now dumps it back out. Can't be corralled by Schulte. And Zaccardi is fighting with a rocket, and we will get a whistle. Gorgeous day today, too. A little warm, but perfect weather for lacrosse, baseball, whatever sport you want to do. It's a fantastic day. And it's nice seeing some fans in the away stands today. For lacrosse, we really haven't seen that much this season, as a few dedicated Rocket fans or Lord fans made the long trek to Todd Field as we get a stoppage. It's great to see an away presence at Todd Field. Like I said, for those, we don't see Rochester very much. I haven't been down there, but in my opinion, Todd Field's one of the nicest fields in the state. And it's a pleasure to share it with teams we don't get to see very often, as Rochester takes it back into the neutral zone and we get a whistle. But it's not very awesome. Often you get a bowl stadium built into the ground next to the highway. It's very lucky. And that's a personal hobby of mine, is I love checking out sports fields and seeing what other venues have to offer. As the pass goes wide. That's scooped up by Zaccardi. Zaccardi dumps it down. Trying to create spaces. Jacobson, will she get one? Shot right in between Karan's legs. Rebound save! Incredible defense by Karan. Got lucky on the first one, but made an incredible rebound save on the second shot. Great job by Karan. As there's a fight for it in the Hastings zone. And the pass is dumped back out. As Bergquist takes it. Bergquist with a couple Raiders in front of her. Will she pass it or take it herself? We will see. She opts to wrap it around the neck, but that's swiped away by number 26, Angel Ames. As the ball will trickle back into the neutral zone, scooped up by number 11, Camila Hanji. Hanji takes it into the Raiders zone. Will she get a shot off? No, she opts to take it back out. Good defense by the Raiders, not letting anyone get in. And she'll pass it back to a fellow Rocket. She's looking to take it inside. Good defense. Nice little bump check by number 10, Elena McGraw for Hastings. And it'll be Rocket possession. Camelia Hanji will inbound it for the Rockets. Dumps it back to a teammate, and that goes wide. Luca Neuer couldn't corral that. Luca Neuer is only a sophomore on this Rockets squad. Hastings will take it upfield. Schulte with some room. Makes a move to get past the Rocket defender. Another one. That's passed across the field. A lot of room. Shot, goal! Alyssa Nestigen, the senior for Hastings. I apologize if I butchered that, but that was an incredible goal.
Scoring for the Raiders, number 7, Alyssa Nestigan.
Nestigen.
Assisted.
Nestigen. That's the name. I got it. I won't butcher it next time. She extends it to a 5-1 Raider lead. That's exactly what you needed as a Hastings Raiders fan. Raiders firing on all cylinders. Great job by Nestigan. Once again, too, want to take a minute to shout out to Kelly Ludke for tuning in today. You know, the one we used to stream on Facebook all the time, and that was fantastic for comments, but ever since switching to YouTube, comments have dropped a little bit just because not everyone has a YouTube account. So it makes it extra special seeing you comment. But YouTube's a little bit better of an option, so we can reach more fans, because if you don't have a Facebook account, you can't turn in the stream. But if you don't have a YouTube account, you can still watch our stream. So it's a little more accessible. That's kind of the trade-off as the Raiders take it back into the attack zone. A move from Sammy Williams. Sammy Williams. She's going to have room. Shot! Goal! Sammy Williams makes it 6-1 for the Hastings Raiders. Number 21. The senior.
Scoring for the Raiders, number 21, Samantha.
Excellent effort by Sammy Williams to extend this lead for Hastings 6-1. Atta girl. Making her presence known. We saw her involved a lot last time against Minneapolis, but couldn't put one in the net. And the Raiders take a 6-1 lead with a minute left to go. Once again, shout out to Tori Sellner doing an excellent job on the camera, following all the action. Like I said, we were kind of scrambling early in this one. Not a conventional setup, and with a couple different live streams happening tonight, you know, we're always trying different things, and we're kind of seeing how these HCTV Sports Light broadcasts go as the Raiders take it inside, looking to get another one shot, and that hits the back of the net. But we're trying to experiment, see if we can do some more basic streams from time to time. It's kind of nice being able to do awards night and a sports game on the same night. Hence the earlier start time tonight. Normally these games would start at 7, but with awards night, you got to get all these seniors over there so they can earn their scholarships. That will be live streamed on HCTV's YouTube channel and played back on HCTV channel 799. And that'll be it for the first half. Great job from the Hastings Raiders in this one, getting off to a hot start. As that'll do it for halftime. A lot to like from Hastings. But at half, the Raiders leave 6-1. We will be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. This is HCTV Sports. Welcome back to HCTV Sports. We're back here. Hastings has a 6-1 lead over visiting Rochester, John Marshall / Lords. My name is Hunter Pinky. I'm the sports director at Hastings Community Television and your play-by-play announcer for this contest. Great to see the offense firing on all cylinders early for the Hastings Raiders. If you're Rochester, you're doing a decent job limiting the damage. Hastings has shown they do have explosive offensive potential. But we've also seen a few fantastic saves out of the goalie, Julia Karan, especially earlier when one shot just went through her legs to go off the crossbar, and then she rebounded immediately to save a immediate follow-up shot. So Rochester's doing all things right. It's just I should say Karan is doing all things right back in net. It's just a lot of pressure has been down there, and I say this almost every broadcast. If you have a bend but don't break defense, it doesn't really work when the offense is always in your defense zone. And that's kind of what the story has been. Hastings has had possession most of the game. Rochester was able to capture one back, but still a lot of catching up to do if you're Rochester. So we get set for face-off once again. Again, I'm Hunter Pinky, sports director, alongside Tori Selner on the camera. Fun fact about Tori, he is only a junior in high school, looking to get into the video production field. And we're super excited to help him get his start. And we're set to go. Possession is taken by the Raiders. Grace Gerlach takes her own face-off and will take it into the Rocket zone. And that's picked up by Bergquist. Bergquist, with some room, passed out to a fellow Raider. Now Jacobson takes control. Jacobson looking for something. Inside pass. Shot! And a goal. Grace Gerlach with, what I like to say, another one. Throwing it back TJ Khaled style. I'm really dating myself. But Hastings extends it to a 7-1 lead. And Amber Jacobson is given the assist. And now 24:34 left to go. Raiders firing on all cylinders out of the gate. As we get set for face-off once again. Good crowd on hand today. It's great to see everyone out for a lacrosse game as Kyra Erickson is looking to corral it. She does. Kyra Erickson, hockey star and a soccer star for the Raiders, as she loses control once again. Scooped up, and that's a trip. Fortunately, Clara Birkin with the foul. That should be Rochester possession, and it will be. Dumped out to Karan, and she loses control. This is dangerous. Will the Raiders make use of the opportunity? No. And they'll have to retreat as the pass goes wide of Jacobson. Jacobson, and there's a whistle. 23:49 left to go in the game, barring overtime, as the pass is to Karan, the goalie. Karan will dump it out to a teammate. That's number 23, Zalissa Nicky. And the Raiders will take control. A lot of room. That's number 27, Cece Kennedy. And loses control to Kyra Erickson, who kicks it back to her. A lot of pressure, and that's swiped away by number 9, Zoe Anderson, and we get a whistle. Good little stick swipe from the Rockets. And that's passed left in the neutral zone and will trickle out of bounds. That'll be awarded Raider possession. Number 25, Alex Zaccardi, the senior. Katie Zaccardi, a senior as well, hence the twin comment. One of the fun things about getting to do play-by-play, for the first couple of years here at HCTV Sports, I was purely production, doing camera, doing replay, graphics, whatever. But I'm starting to learn a lot of these kids' names and faces a lot better, and it's been a blast as Rocket takes a tumble. That's number 23, Nikki, the 7th grader. That's another thing we've seen a lot of in high school sports is a lot of middle schoolers are seeing time at the varsity level and JV levels, especially with basketball where it's most common. But we see it a little bit in lacrosse too, as Rochester takes control and we get a whistle. That'll stay Rochester possession. Number 1, Luca Neuer will take it. Neuer takes it inside, has a little bit of room, but that hole's closed up fast as it's dumped out to a teammate. That's 22, Rose Ludke. And Rochester slowing it down a little bit. Spin move doesn't really work, so she dumps it back. Shot goes off a player, and we get a stoppage. Looks like number 4, that's Haley Miller, lost her face shield. A little different between the sports. Girls don't have as much padding and protection as the Raider boys do. They wear gloves, knee guards, elbow guards, all of that. Can be a little bit more physical, so you have to be a little bit more cautious in girls lacrosse. Only form of protection they have are those eye goggles. And possession will be awarded to the Hastings Raiders as Schulte takes it into the neutral zone, swiped away by a Rocket, and Neuer will take it up. Neuer with some room, but Raiders right there. Good defensive pressure from Hastings all day. As Neuer looks for someone to dump it to, but she's surrounded by 3 Hastings Raiders. I'm surprised she was able to get that one out there as Bergquist gets a stick on it and it trickles away to a pile of Rockets. That's dumped back. That's number 22, Rose Ludke. Ludke has that one swatted, scooped up by Zaccardi. Zaccardi looking to take it into the neutral zone, looking for someone to pass it to. She has someone. That's 26, Elena Knoll. Knoll, inside pass to Jacobson. Can she get a shot off? She will. Saved by Karan. As Jacobson takes it back to Schulte. Schulte shot. Nice save by Karan once again. She's had a fantastic night back in net. Giving up a 7 can be a little misleading, especially when it's been on her side of the field all game. But Rochester doing a little bit better early in this one. As there's a shot. Goal. Elena Knoll, the sophomore for Hastings, extending the lead 8-1. How about that if you're a Raider fan?
Number 26, Elena Knoll.
As they announce over PA. Initially they thought it was Schulte, but it was, in fact, Knoll. Birkin given the assist. I want to remind our viewers, too, our next HCTV sports broadcast will be tomorrow for boys baseball versus Lakeville South. That should be a really fun one. 2 top teams, you could argue, in the state. Hastings locked up a number 2 in the Metro East Conference this year. Fortunately, Two Rivers couldn't take down St. Thomas Academy. And if that were to happen, they would have had the 3-way split of the conference but St. Thomas unfortunately steals away from the Raiders. Dangerous play as a Rocket takes a stick to the face. And quick with the restart. Rochester knows they have to work fast with 19:43 left to go in the game. Down 7. As Rochester takes it into the Raiders zone. Hagen is there, trying to disrupt Mallory Newer as she passes out to Nikki. Nikki looking for something. Raiders defense playing a little bit more loose than before. As number 26 for the Rockets checks out. That's Ames. Shot! Ooh, that one might have went in. And it did. It just went off the top bar and bounced down in. That was an unfortunate bounce for Munson to have to face. Good job by the Rockets to get that back in. That's Rose Ludke on the goal. Rose Ludke with her first goal of the day. As we get set for face-off once again. Rockets are coached by Brianna Bly. Assistant coaches Carrie Novotny, Amber McDougall. I've heard the last name Novotny before. I know there's a Tucker Novotny on the Minnesota Gophers, former Park Wolfpack pitcher, and now pitcher for the Gophers. Starter as Nikki takes it in to the Raiders zone. They've sort of flipped the script here and have been pretty aggressive. Good job keeping it in the Raiders zone. Pass, another shot. That goes wide. Newer looking for room. Good job by the Raiders to fill any gaps there are. She can't find anyone to pass it to her. Newer taking it to the outside numbers. Stalemate as number 5, Annabelle Norquist, is in her face. And she finally gets it away. Now back to her. And nice little move. And we're going to get a whistle. That's going to be awarded Raider possession. No, excuse me. That will be Rochester possession. Should be ready for a free shot on this one. Newer on the restart. Nice save by Munson. Laying down the thunder. Just swatted that one away. Good job by Munson. Nice seeing another Raider goalie step up in this one. And we get a stoppage. Rochester takes control on the restart. Intercepted by Hastings, 27, CC Kennedy. Kennedy taking it upfield. Kennedy, the rocket right in your face, passes it out to number 41, Catherine Horton. Having trouble corralling it as the Rockets prime position to take control. A little poke from Horton, but doesn't get it to go. So now Rockets will take control in the neutral zone. As a nice little spin move by number 11, Camelia Hanji. If you're an anime fan, similar name to Attack on Titan character. Has that scooped up by Annabelle Norquist. Norquist poke from behind and loses the ball. Rocket control once again, AJ Foreman. She has an interesting spelling of the name Foreman. F-O-H-R-M-A-N. Not usually you see the F-O-R-E-M-A-N. As the Rockets have some space. Great chance. And a bounce shot goal. Number 23, Nikki. 3-8. Favor of Hastings, but they're starting to narrow the gap with 16:20 left to go. Lead is down to 5 for Hastings.
For the Rockets, number 23, Zuliza Nike, unassisted.
Excuse me, I've been pronouncing that name incorrectly. Nike is how it's pronounced. Hopefully I have that corrected. We apologize for that one. Like I said, didn't have too much time at the start. At this one, but Nike narrows the gap for Rochester. 16:20 left to go in the game, barring any overtime. I know the Raiders won't want any overtime tonight, especially having such a big lead, because they have awards night to get to. They can't waste any more time. Here's Gerlach. Lots of room. Shot. Wide and whistle. As we await the restart, Gerlach has the ball. She'll take a chance at the net. Let's see what Karan can do. Swing, and the roller just goes wide of the net. I respect the creativity on that shot, but Gerlach couldn't get it to go, as it's the Rockets with possession. And the Raiders get one to go in. The Raiders get one back and extend it to a 9-3 lead. Apologize, need to adjust our camera a little bit. Got a little bit crooked. So we're going to fix that for you guys. And Gerlach gets another goal. Gerlach is the MVP of this Raider girls lacrosse team. She's been the offensive powerhouse all season. I'd give you stats, but the high school league, or not the high school league, but just generally in the Minnesota State High School League, stats aren't the best at getting posted for the spring season. And that's across all sports, and including lacrosse, baseball, softball. As Schulte takes it. Schulte, bounce, saved by Karan, almost squeaked between her legs, but a great job to keep that in play. As we await the restart. Looks like number 10, Mallory Newer. As she takes it towards the neutral zone. A couple of Raiders there. Now passed out to 14. 14, Jordan Clark. And passed out to Ludke. Rose Ludke has a goal in the game as we get a rocket on the turf. That's number 11, Camelia Hanji. Hanji on the restart. Finds a lane. Hagen there. Can she get this off? Bounce. Nice save by Munson. Way to get her body in front of that. That's what they teach you in baseball. Whenever there's a grounder, get your body in front of it, and that works just as well for lacrosse as number 18, Clara Matson, for the Raiders with a move. Shot! Save by Karan. Hagen, bounce shot, off the crossbar, almost gets that one in. The Rockets getting some lucky bounces. As Zaccardi fights for it but loses it. And no control yet. Hagen finally takes it for the Raiders and loses it. And that is scooped up by Mallory Newer. And given to Luca Newer. Newer takes it into the Raiders zone, looking to create some space, find some room. Shot! Goal! Luca Newer with a goal for the Rockets, and that'll narrow the gap to a 4-9 Raider lead with 12:51 left to go. Still have plenty of time if you're a Rocket. But like I said, you need to start chipping away. You say it a lot, but you got to chip away at a lead. You don't want to be panicking with 2 minutes left the game, 2 minutes left in the game, and 6 to 10 points to make up. But good job from the Rockets narrowing it to 5 once again. But now you got to stop the Raiders from scoring. Otherwise, it'll be all for naught. As we await face-off. Also want to take a minute to thank our officials for doing the game. Unfortunately, couldn't catch their names, but we have a 3-man official crew out here today. It's a reminder to fans, if you catch a baseball game, football game, lacrosse game, whatever, please be nice to fans or to referees. They don't have an easy job. They're not professional level like MLB level. They're going to make mistakes, so there's no point in being mean to them. And if we don't have any officials we get to whistle here, we can't play. It's not like the MLB where they could implement robot cams. These guys are people too, and they're going to make mistakes. Please be nice to our officials as there's room. Gerlach, goal. Another one. Nice little sidearm shot and goal. Gerlach instantly extends the lead once again, back to 6. 10-4 for the Hastings Raiders. 12:23 left to go. As well, upcoming later in the week for HCTV Sports, we're going to hit do-over on our Minnesota Minx coverage. They're a WFA football team that partners with the Minnesota Vixen. They're the dev team for them, so they're covering their second game of the season from Harding High School. We'd love to have even Rochester Rocket fans available. This is the Minx are statewide friendly. They'll be taking on the Iowa Phoenix at 5 p.m. from Harding High School. Be there or be square. Bringing it back old school with that one. As the Rockets take it, Nike with control. Poked away to Ludke. Rose Ludke inside pass. She gets it there. Zaccardi couldn't get in front of it as, she took a stick to the back of the head. I thought that was incidental, but I still can't feel too good. That was number 13, Jenna Sproul. And Zaccardi will check out for Hastings as a result. And she's headed straight to the sin bin. And we'll await the restart. Sproul will start with the ball and look to narrow the gap once again for the Rockets. Sproul, a lot of room. With the restart, shot, and a save by Munson. Great job as she clears it near the neutral zone. There's fight for it, and the Rockets will take control as they attack. Squirts out, but Newer will take it. Can she get another one? No, runs into a wall of Raiders as we get another stoppage. Luca Newer will get another shot opportunity here on the foul. See what she can do for this opportunity. Takes it in, shot, goal. Luca Newer. Adds to the goal total as she narrows the gap to 5 once again. 11:10 left to go.
Scoring for John Marshall. Number 1, Luca Newer, unassisted. That's Luca.
Unassisted, do it yourself. That's how she chose to take that one. Not quite panic time yet. But with how it's been going, the Rockets have been getting one back. Hastings matches, get one. Hastings matches. They need to get on what you call a streak. You need to get on a point streak. Once you get one, you got to get two, then you have a streak. It's basic math, I know, but streaks are pretty instrumental in high school sports and just any sports. As we get the start, Raiders will win it. Schulte with control. Schulte has that one swiped away. And that'll be kicked. Still no one with control yet. Now 26. Elena Knoll with possession. Knoll has a lane but decides to dump it back. Now back to Knoll. Knoll slowing it down. They're in no hurry. Crossfield pass goes wide, but there's a Raider there. Nestigan couldn't corral it initially, but now has it. It's passed out to Birkin. Birkin looking for a lane out to Bergquist. Bergquist with a rocket right in her face. Trying to make a move, and she finally gets separation. Another move. Shot, and just goes off a stick and scooped up by Curran. Curran will clear. And the Rockets will take it back into the Raider neutral zone. There is a rocket all the way down there, but the pass goes wide. Number 18, Abby Hudson, was there. If that pass was online, they would have had a free, dang near free goal as they look to reset. It's Newer. Mallory Newer takes it, wraparound shot, goal. Mallory Newer with the goal for the Rockets. Now they're on a streak, narrowing the gap to 4 with 9:34 left to go in the game. Got to be careful if you're Hastings here too. We talk about every game, you can't play content when you have a lead. Big leads are oftentimes very dangerous. I was helping out the Hastings Hawks amateur baseball team the other day, and they had a game earlier, a couple years ago, that they were about to 10-run Elmwood, and then it ended up being a 21-16 game. Talk about that. So I would say no big lead is safe, so you can't play content. If you're the Hastings Raiders. As the Rockets look to regain control. Taking it into the Raiders zone. Few swipes, but she finds space. That's number 11, Hanji. And we get a whistle. That will stay with the Rockets. A little bit far out for a free shot attempt here. A couple of Raiders right in our way. Norquist and Hagen are one as Hagen takes control. And we get another whistle, but they keep going. I thought it was a dead play because I heard one, but they will play on. Hagen with some room. Can she get inside? No, she'll pass it out to Jacobson. Can't corral it. And another great opportunity, but the pass couldn't be corralled. 8:32 left to go in the game, barring overtime. Jacobson looking for room inside. Will she get the shot? Goal, Jacobson. Great job from number 15, Amber Jacobson, to extend the lead back to 5.
Number 15, Amber Jacobson, unassisted.
That's why I talked about it was kind of important to get on the streak. It's kind of been the theme. They score one to get close again. Hastings scores one. But at least by getting that one, that second goal earlier in this one, you're still net positive. So the Raiders need to score once again to get it back to that 6-point differential. As we await the restart. And possession will be won by the Rockets as we get a stoppage. Rockets taken into the zone and now lose it, and we're going to get a whistle here. It looked like Raiders will retain possession as number 27, CC Kennedy with control. Kennedy finds a lane. Long pass intercepted by Karan, who will pass it to a fellow teammate. That's Nike. A couple of Raiders right in her face. They whistle. And now Nike trapped once again. She can't get out and finally does. And that's passed to Luca Neuer. Neuer with the check from Norquist. And we get another whistle, but will retain possession. And possession will turn over to the Hastings Raiders as Norquist takes it up. Quick restart. Norquist taking it into the neutral zone. Long pass. She had her Sammy Williams there, but it goes wide. Norquist. Corrals it once again for Hastings. A few Rockets there. They need to get possession back with just under 7 to go in a 5-goal differential. It's possible as Jacobson scoops it up and looks to extend the lead for the Hastings Raiders. That's swatted away by number 9, Zoe Anderson. Fight for the ball taken by Kyra Erickson. Kyra with a rocket in her face. Looking for someone to pass to. Now we'll take it herself. Can she get a shot off? No, because it's whistled. And she will take it on off the penalty. So we'll see what number 14, Kyra Erickson, can do for the Hastings Raiders. See if she can extend the lead back to 6. And side shot goes wide of the net. Try to get a little cute on that one. Couldn't get it to go as Jacobson has possession. And that ball is sent loose to the near side and will go out of play. Rockets will take possession. It's passed to Nike. Nike looking for room, but she's blocked by a Raider. That's Catherine Horton. Horton doing a good job applying pressure. Now Gerlach goes there to assist. Horton back on the pressure. Bergquist there now too. Nike cannot get any space. Good job by the Raiders. They are smothering this Rockets offense right now. Not allowing them any separation. Sammy Williams in there. Birkin in there. As it's finally cleared into the neutral zone. And the issue with running a press-style defense like that is you leave a lot of space downfield. If one lets their woman get away, as the Rockets looking for some separation right now. Number 6, Avery Amundsen with the pressure. Abby Hudson fires it back behind the net. Rockets have a chance shot, and that's a goal. Number 11, Camelia Hanji with a goal for the Rockets and narrowed the gap to 4 with 4:46 left to go.
Second goal evening for John Marshall. Number 11, Camilla Hangy.
Camilla Hangy on the goal.
On the field.
And we are going to get a timeout from one team. So still plenty of time to get back in this one, but we're going to take a quick break here on the broadcast side. Don't go anywhere. This is HCTV Sports. We are back here on HCTV Sports. The Raiders have an 11-7 lead over the Rochester John Marshall Rockets. I'm Hunter Pinky. I'm your sports producer, announcer, here with you on the call. It's been a lot of fun in this one. Rochester has done a fantastic job clawing their way back into this one. They're still going to need to average about a goal a minute if they want to even think about getting this to overtime. And we await the restart. And Rocket takes a tumble, but there's still a fight for possession. And it's finally corralled by number 26, Elena Canole. Canole with a Rocket right there. Rochester needs to work fast to steal a few back from the Raiders as Gerlach takes it inside, makes a move, and we're going to get a whistle. Don't see an indication of the call. We'll stay with Grace Gerlach. She will have a free shot opportunity, and this is not who you want to face if you're Coran back in goalie. Shot, and she just snipes the corner like a missile. She rockets that one into the net.
Scoring for Hastings, number 13, Grace Gerlach unassisted. That's Gerlach
Extends the lead back to 5 for the Hastings Raiders with 4:01 left to go. Good job by Hastings to extend the lead back once again, making it extremely difficult for this Rocket offense to get back in this. Still doable, but you got to work fast. Because this game was 6-1 at one point. Raider offense being pretty consistent. As we get face off, that'll be won by Bergquist. Bergquist makes the move, takes it upfield. Bergquist makes another move, loses it. Loose ball, and we get a foul. Bergquist will maintain possession. Inside pass. Sammy Williams trying to scoop it up, but can't. And it'll trickle loose. Now she finally comes up with it. Nice little move to create some space. Inside pass. Shot. Goal. Wow, what an incredible pass. Even better catch from Clara Birkin. There was a lot of traffic in there, and she snipes it out of the air and just shuffle passes it for a goal.
scoring for the Raiders.
To extend the lead back to 6.
12, Clara Birkin with an assist from number 21, Sam Williams. That's Birkin from Williams.
Yeah, well, that was an even impressive shot. I thought that pass was incredible, too. She was facing a ton of pressure, and finally, the second she had a little bit of leeway, Sammy Williams fired the perfect pass right where it needed to be, just outside of Rocket range. RR, Rocket range. 3:24 left to go, 13-7 lead for the hometown Hastings Raiders. As Bergquist takes it inside, has room, shot, goal. Bergquist extends the lead to 7 as the Raiders put up 14 on Rochester John Marshall.
Goal of the evening, number 9, Michaela Birkin.
That's her second on the night.
Unassisted.
As we get set for face-off. .312 left to go as we get a whistle. And the officials are gathering to talk really quick. They're pointing at Zaccardi. Having a discussion. Seems all as well, though. A little concerning for a minute, but all things considered, we're set to go. Face-off is won by Bergquist. Bergquist's long pass goes wide of her intended receiver, number 34, Caitlin Wood. As Wood will take possession. And we get a stoppage, and possession will go back to the Rockets, who now trail by 7. And I imagine that's the icing on the cake. Fortunately, just couldn't stifle this Raiders offense for long enough, as that pass slips out of her stick. That was hangy. Raiders take it back into the zone. Sammy Williams makes a move, loses the ball, and scooped up. Sammy Williams takes a tumble, but she looks to be okay as Karan looks to find someone to pass it to and nearly intercepted, but scooped up by a Rocket. As Zaccardi takes control in the neutral zone, passes forward, loses control, but regains it. Nice move from Miller. Miller, long pass, goes wide, and that'll go out of play. Pass was too far for number 16, Chloe Axelrod, the senior. Axelrod will inbound with 1:24 left to go in the contest. Raiders firing on all cylinders in this one. If you're head coach Andy Gerlach, you have to be happy with how your Raider girls have played today. Long pass to Bergquist. Bergquist takes it out of the air. Inside pass, no go. Scooped up by Nike. Fight inside the zone. Scoot goes out to Karan, who'll dump it out to a fellow Rocket. The Raiders, after this one, will move to 4-6 on the year. And the Rochester John Marshall Rockets will fall to 1-11. Not a great year for Rochester. Ending schedule for Hastings, they travel to Apple Valley, Burnsville. As shot opportunity, nice save by Karan. Sammy Williams scoops up, inside pass. Can they get one? Yes, sir. That was number 18, Clara Matson, with the goal. But finishing up the schedule, they travel to Apple Valley, Burnsville, and then end at St. Paul Academy. So ending the season on the road, while Rochester has one more game left. They will travel to Owatonna to take on the Huskies at a 7:45 start. There's 6.2 seconds left in this contest. Wait the restart. And the Raiders get the W over visiting Rochester, 15-7. Talk about that with their second highest total on the season. Excellent job all around from the Lady Raiders. That's been their biggest problem all year, is just getting the offense rolling. They typically just get behind and are usually have been overwhelmed. They faced, honestly, a similar problem to what the Rockets faced today. It's just overwhelming pressure. And, of course, your goalie's going to break. But the Raiders finally were able to keep the gas pedal down and put up 15 over Rochester John Marshall. Next HCTV Sports broadcast, as a reminder, is tomorrow for baseball versus Lakeville South, which should be a fun one. That'll be live at Vets Park under the lights, which is always exciting. And then don't forget, on Saturday, we will have our second Minnesota Minx broadcast of the season. Thanks for joining today. The Hastings Raiders defeat Rochester John Marshall 15-7. I'm Hunter Pinky, Tori Sellner on the camera today. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. This has been HCTV Sports. Have a good night and see ya. Bye.